Welcome to Jewett Studios. Today we're going to be having a Scratch tutorial. This tutorial is going to be about the looks menu. Now sign into your Scratch account or open up Scratch and start up a project. This project is going to be called Looks Menu. What is the Looks menu? Based off of a first glance, we can see that it has many things. Let's start off with the variables. We can see right now that if you tick this, we can see what costume number it's on. We can see what backdrop number it's on and what size it says sprite. We can right click this to select a normal or large. It depends. So mainly these are for debugging, which is just basically to see what it is. So now let's start off with the basic, these four. Let's drag and drop them onto our screen. Let's see. It says say hello for 2 seconds. So off. Say hello. Think think Okay, so what's happening is when you say something, it'll come up in a speech bubble, and then thinking will come up in a speech bubble. Let's make a small script with this. Now, let's grab say hello and duplicate it, and duplicate it until you have. You can do this for as much as things as you want. We'll write hello. My name is Cat. I like to dance. Say hello. So right now we can do this, and then I'm just going to write bye. So now let's click this. We can now see that we have a full conversation with this, but only in one end. We can use this with the sensing menu, which we'll cover later. So now you can replace that with things. But now let's move on to the next four. And then we have these four. Let's see what each does. Now let's go to costumes tab to see what's going on. We have some costumes. This will do, the looks menu will change how the costumes. Let's add a few more. Let's copy, duplicate each one. Okay. So let's have costume number 2 over here. Costume number like this. So now let's change costume number 4, and maybe now let's ungroup. Now we'll shift it so that he's kicking something. Oh, that doesn't look bad at all. That looks terrible. Okay, so now maybe we'll change this to be like this, and then we'll move it like to be like this. Okay, so now we have this. And then now we're gonna have, let's ungroup that, and then oof, no, that's wrong. So ungroup. So now let's just select this thing on its own. And now we'll rotate it to be like this, and then we'll just remove it to be like this. So now it looks like this. Now we can have it like that. As you can see, we can create an animation like this. This just jumps to something like this. Now, this is basically similar, but with now these two blocks are basically similar to this, but with the backdrops. Now, let's move on to the next section. These things. These just change the size. And then just close it. Here you can put a negative number in place to go as minuscule. And then we can set it like that. And things like that. So there's not really much that we can do with this. But now we have some stuff. So we have this. So right now we can have a bunch of effects. So right now let's put it to 9. And then if I put this to 100. Nope, that's bad. 25. Yeah, now we can hear, and then we can clear this out, and that does nothing. And here we can do a bunch of stuff. So now let's set maybe the pixelate, no, not pixelate, fisheye. So now let's do this. As you can see, it makes it a bit weird to watch. So that's basically what these blocks do. Now these two, pretty simple. Useful for hide and seek games. Like say, like some areas are designated hiding spots. So when you come in, it'll just hide there. But that's pretty much that. Go to front layer. And these are basically layers if you don't want things like that. Things like that, maybe go to back layer, go to front layer, things like that. So now, let's move on. Now let's move on to sounds. The Hounds menu is pretty simple. It's pretty much very simple if you think about it. So these are the volumes, and this is the debugging volume. So now right now, if you can't hear it, it creates a meow sound. So this just plays it until done. This starts it, and then this sets the volume to 100. And pitch effect, let's see. It makes it very high. And then that basically does everything, like clear sound effects, and that pretty much does everything. Oh, it looks like I can't select everything. So that's pretty much it, clears up sounds. So now let's make a mini project. Go to events and grab one of these, and then we'll put one of these forever loops, and then we can play. Go back to sounds, choose a sound, go to loops, and then just pick a one that you like. So now I like techno, so once I choose that, I can go here and then this is music loop. So now we'll grab another forever loop, and then we can go to looks, and then we'll put one of this, and then you can run it. It pretty much does things like that. So now let's just put a weight, and then we'll put 0.5 to make the animation more clear. No, that's too slow. Now that looks cool. So now we'll just choose a backdrop, and then okay, I better stop that. So now we can choose a backdrop. Now we're better off choosing something that can be scrolled. So I think a good scrolling thing is outdoors and music, not sports, outdoors, indoors. Chalkboard. Okay, so right now I'm just going to go to backdrops, and I'm just going to click this, and then I'm just going to create 3 more. For this one, I'm just going to slowly select, and then I'm just going to move it a bit out of the picture, and then I'm just going to click select, and then I'm just going to move it a bit more, and then I'm just going to do the exact same thing again, except a lot more. And then, so right now we've done that. So now in the code we can just simply do one more of those forever loops, and then in the looks menu we can just simply put it next, and then control will just do like that. Now we'll just move it like this, and then I'm just going to put one more thing, grab one of these blocks and put it like that, and then we can run it. Now it looks like he's running very fast. Now this is the end of the video, so I hope you enjoyed. Bye.